Have you ever had cookie butter?
What is that?
It's peanut butter, but instead of made with peanuts, it's made with fucking cookies.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's true.
When I was a smoker of pot, I would occasionally cook marijuana, and that was like you'd cook it into butter and then make like weed cookies or weed brownies, and those were fucking delicious. And then you'd get stupid high.
Yeah.
Was there a point to this? I can't remember. But I ate 39 of them in 3 days.
What?
Well, yeah. I made myself a giant tray of brownies, like 40 of them, and I remember my friend had one, and then he left. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll eat one. But then when you get high, you get the munchies, and then you eat another pot brownie, and then you get super high, and then you get the munchies again, and then you eat another brownie, and you get high again. So I just sat there and ate brownies like it was a fucking thing to do for like 3 days. It was terrible.
That's awesome, man.
I did nothing. I tried to play Morrowind and I couldn't. Game Grumps does not advocate drug use. Except when it's really good.
Hello everybody, welcome once again to the Brony Show. In this case, episode 396.5. I am your very under the weather host for the show this evening, Circuit Main. And I'm also joined by a panelist of panelists. Hopefully they will make more sense than I will for most of this. Of course, we are joined by Deathlight Productions.
Hey.
Textalion.
Yep.
Toakoi.
What fun is making sense?
And Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, so we're gonna, let me get right into brass tacks in regards to this. I'm sick. At least I believe I am sick because, energy levels are low to gone. I have very, I know speaking of English of words very well anymore. So unfortunately, yeah, energy level is low, my comprehension is low, my everything is low. If I got any lower, I'm sure I could be in a Shorty song.
I was gonna say.
But no, it's not pretty. Unfortunately, it isn't. So, for the show itself, unfortunately, we're not going to be we're not going to be doing what we normally do. We actually had a big video session planned. We were going to catch up on a lot of behind videos as well as an hour-long pony shenanigans from Luffy is Cool, and which has been it was a lot of fun to check out, and would have been happy to share it with you all, but in this case, no, we're going to be taking a breather, and instead, in a little bit, we will have Cold Dust coming on, and we're going to be doing Pony Quiplash, because what better way to take advantage of
kill the afternoon.
Well, to enjoy an evening as well as take advantage of a messed up, mentally unstable state. Then to do a quick-witted game where my immediate thoughts are going to be put onto paper. Heaven help us all. I wish I was drunk. I wish I was drunk. I would actually make more sense right now instead of just being completely out of it.
I wish I wasn't sober.
I wish I wasn't sober, then I'd have an excuse to be drunk.
Yes.
Yes. But I'm doing the best I can, everybody. I do apologize. Actually, I am doing a little bit better because I at least was able to get up, get myself some liquid, keep myself hydrated throughout all of this. But in any case, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. We are going to bring up a little bit of news as well as talk about content creation because the artist training ground has started up, and a few of us have been participating quite extensively, as well as we've got a few. I believe we got some other entries in there. So, in the case, we do want to give a bit of a shout out and have fun with everybody. But let's start off with warming up our vocal cords. Aside from me, because I think I've done enough, with a little bit of what's up, Brony. So, what is up, Bronies?
I got a haircut. That's all I've been dealing with.
I feel like shit right now.
I empathize there.
Am I like the only person that's feeling pretty good about life right now?
I think honestly, I've been seeing in a lot of chat rooms and a lot of videos, things like that. Just I don't know, I think something happened over the weekend. A lot of people are just been hit over the side of the head with things. My case, it was sickness, but others are just like dealing with the sudden onset of heat or just other weirdness going on. So yeah.
Well,
it was hot all last week for me. In fact, when I worked my 10-hour shift on Friday, I got dehydrated enough where I got salt buildup in my muscles and joints. So I was full on all weekend.
Oh,
Wow.
And I was pretty much drinking water like I was breathing it, but it didn't really help when you work in 80+ heat when you're not used to it.
Yeah, that would definitely do it.
And today, it didn't get warmer than 40 degrees today. It snowed and hailed for almost the whole day today. And
you people in Utah have some strange weather, but I'm from Canada.
I'm not in Utah. I'm farther north than Utah.
He's not exactly. Unfortunately, well, the thing is, you're not exactly whistling Dixie. Where did that come from? Not exactly wrong. You're not exactly wrong about Utah weather being weird, though. I mean, Sunday we basically went from sunny to rain to hailstones to rain to more hailstones to thunder to rain to hailstones to thunder to rain to sunny again.
Yeah, that's pretty much us all day, except, it's still miserable outside.
Yep.
And,
a lot of insanity.
I guess tomorrow I might be helping a friend because they're going to be actually going down to Salt Lake to go and take a plane for a trip. And I'm going to be looking after their vehicle. So I'm not going to be getting home tomorrow until about midnight.
All right. Well, does anybody else have any other What's Up, Brony? Okay, I guess it's just been one of those weeks, which is good enough because it means we can jump onto things here. All right, real fast, in the way of online pony conventions, we do have a LuniCon as well as the next Pony Fest in July. We're just going to make a quick mention of that, but other than that, we're not. Yeah, obviously we're sorry.
It's all right. Second Life Con is still going on, so
pretty much. But I'm trying to type in online here. I'm typing in only pony conventions. Go to only pony conventions.
Yeah.
Only pony conventions. Where pony conventions are only pony.
Doing so well tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are 10 out of 10.
And now I can't bring up the online pony convention page for some reason. That is weird. Okay. So, all right, yeah. There is another one that's going to be coming out in a week or so, I think. I can't remember what it was, though.
Burning Mare?
No,
or something else.
No, it was something else. It was one that got announced, and it was like a few weeks later, and I think it's like next weekend, but I can't remember.
That BD PonyCon thing.
BD PonyCon?
It was on the announcements for the May convention, but it was set in June.
That might have been it.
I would look back at ConChat and see where that's at, because I don't think we've added much to it since.
At the moment, I think I'm just going to forego it altogether for my own sanity. But so at the moment, yes, at the moment we absolutely do. We do have a convention going on for this entire month, though. Second Life PonyCon. I'm trying to bring up the page right now, but that's also not working, and I'm half wondering if my internet is starting to do fun things for me.
Well, you still got us, unless we're stuck in your head again.
Oh, yeah. No, okay, no, it is connecting. It looks like some websites are experiencing issues. Yay. Alright, so, Second Life PonyCon, if you're curious, be sure to check it out. It looks like they are basically doing a few, 1 or 2 different panels a day. And I did jump into it just to look around a little bit. It does look like where they're hosting the panels are servers that are everybody to basically PG-13 rated, so no adult content is supposed to be there. Granted, no adult content supposed to be there is a misnomer to not it actually showing up at all, because you know how people are.
That's the reason R34 is a rule.
Oh dear God, why did I look at that? Okay, so... Any case, so if you are interested in checking out Second Life PonyCon, just Google Second Life PonyCon and it will give you more information, or make sure to check out our announcements on the Discord, because I do have a link to the main site there. But that's enough of that for now. My brain can't function anymore. Let's just go ahead and go on to the... This is the train wreck we're dealing with, everybody. This is the train wreck. Please bear with me. I'm trying my absolute best to not destroy everything around us. So, summer's going on. A lot of people are still stuck at home for the pandemic, even though things are starting to lighten up a bit. Or maybe you're just bored stiff, or you want some background stuff, and you like Pony, and you don't know what to do. Well, it looks like Hasbro has set up their own My Little Pony YouTube Pony stream, which is set to stream Pony 24/7. Granted, for the moment, it looks like a lot of it is Equestria girls, mostly probably because that's all the that's most of their YouTube content.
Which is not a bad thing. We just prefer the horses.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But yeah, if you still want to just have it on, check it out, you can see right here that it is currently up. It is currently live. This is from Hasbro's official My Little Pony official YouTube channel, so there's not a lot of risk of it suddenly getting shut down unless YouTube loses their minds again, which, you know, there's pretty much almost not an if, but when.
May I remind you when Toei as a company kind of shot themselves in the foot?
No, you may not. Because that one's another case, and these are already streaming up and going. Toei kind of crashed when they started trying to do it in the first place.
Well,
this
you
is
know
already
what
here.
I mean, though. That is my best example of somebody going, "Hey, here's free content." Copyright.
Any case. So yeah, if you want to check it out, go ahead and feel free to. I'm sure if you just look up My Little Pony official, you can find the streaming. Moving on, speaking of more Pony Life. We've had more talk of more episodes, or what they're going to be called, and unfortunately now there's talk that episodes might show up late. Currently, it was scheduled for June 13th. However, there's also some websites starting to promote that basically things are vanishing for the June 13th release date, and there's a couple of other sites that were touting a different date later on in the month.
Although I saw something about Treehouse having it this Saturday.
But essentially, we don't know what's happening. Pony Life may or may not be coming out at this point at anytime soon. It is coming. We've got show titles. We got ideas. We haven't seen any trailers. No video whatsoever. So we have no idea what this is going to look like outside of teaser images. And let's face it, a really badly made toy commercial.
Which is very much a discount at this point because it's advertising, not the same.
Right. Is there anything else, or can I just go ahead and finish up this without the constant ad additions?
I make no promises.
I'm muting Toa for the rest of the news. So, in any case, Pony Life may be delayed. Do keep an eye out on our announcements. Me and Suki both will probably be making announcements if and when we are sure when Pony Life is coming out. I am eager to see what they come out with it, just to see what they come out for it. It may not be bad. It may be good. It may be interesting. It may be entertaining even. Granted, yes, I'm not holding out hope that it's going to be the next big thing of Pony. I'm just hoping it doesn't become the worst thing since 3.5. Or maybe I am hoping it becomes 3.5 too. That could also mean that it will gives us a lot of material to make fun of.
Either way, we win-ish.
Either way, unless it's completely boring and stupid, we kind of win in a way.
Yeah.
Just depends on how we take it. And finally, and this is kind of a fan shout out in my part, Delirium, a game that we've played a little bit here and there, an awesome, interesting little pony-based game on Steam, has released the latest update, bringing it up to beta 17. A lot of betas. But you can see from a lot of the redesigns and fixes, they are continually working on this. So it's looking exciting. I'm definitely excited to see what more they come out with for this. And it is definitely exciting to see that they're continuing to keep adding to it, so it's not a dead game. I
need to play that again.
I do need to play it again, especially with everything else that they've started to add in and everything. I mean, wow, this list is huge.
Yeah, because I want to see they fixed my biggest complaint when I first played it, and that was the tank-like controls. Because I was miserable to try to play it the first time.
I'll get my fingers crossed for you, man. But yeah, if you're still interested in a pony-themed Steam game that's really, really cheap, they're still working on it, so that's really that's a definite thumbs up in my book.
Pony-themed horror game. Yay.
It is a pony-themed horror game. All right, and with that, we're going to go on to fan submissions and basically the challenge of the week. Of course, my challenge for last week was, whatever entries for the Artist Training Ground. This month, Equestria Daily is doing their Artist Training Ground for the entire month. And in support of that, all of my challenges for the next few weeks are going to be entries from Artist Training Ground. So whatever prompts you get from those, if one of them catches your attention and you want to draw something based on that, or write a story based on it, make music based on it, do an animation based on it. If you want to do an interpretive dance with fruit from the grocery aisle of Walmart based on it, as long as there's ponies attached to those fruit or some sort of pony relatedness to it, all is welcome. Granted, art is probably about 90% of what we get, but we do get stories and stuff too. But getting into that,
I would love to see the dancing one.
The dancing would be interesting. The dancing would be interesting.
Yes.
So in vain of that, me and Toa have been working on it, and Cold Dust has actually been starting to work on his art entries as well.
Cole wins hands down because he is that good.
However, we do got some other entries in general that I'm going to throw in here as well. So I'm actually quickly running through all of our entries here real fast, as well as getting to the top of them. So let's see here. So first off, for our side entry from the, we're going to just call it the Common 3. Deathlight had a commission done of Pencil Pusher, as well as, I'm going to call it Horny the Feathery Griffin.
Silver, but it's actually a Friends OC.
Okay, sorry. A Friends OC, and a nice little cuddle picture. And considering one of the Artist Training Ground things were basically a friendship, or I forget what it was.
Crush or secret admirer?
I would go Crush, yeah. It definitely goes with Crush, so I'd say it even fits in that.
Oh, yes. Too. They're only just friends.
Death, I sincerely doubt
This
they
has
are
got-
best friends.
This has gotta be the most lovey-dovey friendship I have ever seen. But in any case, let's go ahead and go into our entries here. For day 1, Coldust did this, including his own self-commentary on the ink job. Granted, Coldust is more than welcome to jump in and add in additional commentary to these images.
You got to do it right. There's only one way to get them here.
Yeah, but I'm also
What?
kind of out of
Right?
I'm also out of it and exhausted, so this is all the functionality you're gonna get out of me at this rate.
Come, O train god. Come, O train god.
Okay, let's see here.
We're going for the old-fashioned way where we just call them like in a mirror.
Coldust, bring your sing. Coldust, I want your sing. Coldust, bring your pen. Coldust, I stole your inkwell. Trains, automobiles, but trains. There.
There.
Wow!
Okay.
See, I told you it'd work.
You guys are really lucky that like I just now turned on the stream, saw my art up there, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if I'm supposed to be in right now." And then I just hear Circuit with a slider whistle going, "Coldest."
I don't have the energy.
Legit, I just opened the stream.
That works too well. We have the summoning visual down.
Anyway,
F off.
Anyway, Coldust, we're going through the entries that we got for the content creation here. Of course, we got this one, which was actually a commission done for Deathlight.
I'm just so good. I commissioned that about a month and a half ago.
I'd say it was worth
That's a
it though.
really key commission.
Yeah. And so, first off, day 1, Pony Standing, we got your entry, including your own self-criticism of it.
Yes, it's very sloppy. I've done better.
I'll have to take your word for it. It looks good to me. It really does. All right.
It's all right.
All right. And as for me, unfortunately, I'm kind of on the same train here. I actually tried to draw this in Corel Painter when I'm barely have any chance to learn it in the first place, and I ended up drawing this with a calligraphy pen tool.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good for a calligraphy pen, but I still feel terrible because it took me basically 3 hours to do this, and it felt nasty and weird to me the whole time.
Looks fine. It doesn't matter how long you take. It looks good. I like
Remember, you will be your own worst critic. That's how it works.
Probably. And we also have Toa Koi, who did this. Granted, I don't think we're going to be expect too much out of Toa outside of the normal, but doing a daily normal is still pretty impressive regardless.
I was trying for JoJo's and was thinking of doing stands in the background, but I ran out of time.
It looks like we're trying to do some sort of Macarena.
They're doing the dragon pose from Aang the Last Avatar.
I'll go with that.
Well, anything.
Yeah, well, I at least tried something different than just, standing.
Fair enough.
And you know what? In all fairness, like this is supposed to be an exercise to push your creative abilities. So by all means, you did so. So congratulations, you're doing good.
I'll give that. You did draw them in different poses, especially the Toa bot. Considering Toa bot usually is just standing there instead of actually moving arms. So I'll give you that.
When I'm animating him.
Granted. All right, and then day 2. Day 2, draw pony springing to life for moving, I guess.
Yeah,
I
pony in
did-
motion or
yeah.
springing to life.
Yeah. Well, this is why I've been putting the days
Um,
in the actual content, so you can just.
Yeah, I know. I still gotta bounce it back and forth though. That's what. Yeah. So,
alright.
Coldust drew this pony.
Yes, that is Mary May. She's a background pony.
Yep.
Appears, yeah. She like appears in several places in the background. She's one of the ponies that's holding up the 10 in the rating. Remember? Like,
Yeah.
I remember that.
she works in the weather factory. She was turning a valve at one point. She's all around.
What was your favorite thing about this community? Oh, how we look at background characters and start building a complex story about them.
Yep.
Constantly getting fired and getting new jobs or stuff like that.
Now, here's the thing, Deathlight. Every character that I've drawn so far is a background pony, except for like maybe one,
Ooh.
maybe kind of on the fence. But yeah, no. I mostly stick to background ponies just because like I just really like background ponies.
Honestly, Cole, you've always enjoyed the background characters.
Well,
Actually, I lie. One day I drew Rainbow Dash.
Yep.
What a sinner.
okay.
Don't
So,
listen to
hey,
me, I'm a liar.
95% doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't like him, regardless.
But still, I freaking love background ponies. They give me life.
All right. And with my day 2, I went with Creature, springing out of bed in a panic.
It's mostly the face that I'm laughing at. The art is good. The expression's laughable.
The face
Yeah.
is great. That
The
a
face is
beautiful
fantastic.
Not bad.
Oh my god!
That is a good face.
Please
That
find
is
a way
good.
to just get that head so we can have it as a sticker.
I could probably take a look at it, but I definitely would want to get it cleaned up a bit more. But yeah, the whole idea, the whole thing I decided to add to my challenge here is instead of drawing myself pretty much for the entire challenge, I'm going to try drawing everybody else as well. I can't say 100% that it's going to be everybody else because I already broke it with the first day challenge and a couple of the other ones that were admittedly a little fillerish. But I'm mostly going to try to draw other people as well. And chat room's also loving the crap out of it too. But yeah, and Tolakoi has number 2, which the perspectives here are really weird. Either that or I've become giant.
I'm further in the background. You have spring shoes on.
You have
What's her
grown 3 times your size.
Well, the issue here, I didn't put a horizon or any sort of way of telling height besides myself.
What you should have done is you should have made yourself a little bit blurry in the background.
True.
So that way you look out of focus. But I gotta say, I love the motion you got there. That's good. That's good.
Thank you.
That is good
You got the
motion.
wind blowing the mane and stuff. It's good. You got it. You got it.
Yeah, I'm not a professional artist. I just know how to flow.
Alright, and let's go ahead and move on to day number 3. We're going to start off with Angry Trout.
This. Someone thought it was an OC. Nope, this was a real thing.
Well, most people might not know it just because it did come out of that weird the Rainbow Falls special.
Oh.
Rainbow Road Trip, actually.
Rainbow
Yeah,
Road Trip,
yeah.
yeah.
Rainbow
But-
Falls is the location.
Yeah.
Rainbow Falls Trip.
Is that-
Yeah, the Falls of the Rainbow Trip.
It's kind of funny. There's Rainbow Falls, and then there's that other rainbow town. There's so many.
Well, let's see. Given the fact that everyone's a different color of the rainbow, that doesn't really surprise me.
And then there's a place called Cloudsdale that makes other rainbows. Called Cloudsdale.
But no, overall, I do like the... Oh, damn it. Sorry, hold on. I think I screwed up something here, and I'm just trying to fix it real fast.
So the story behind that was I was trying to find a background pony that, like, to draw raging. It's like, who the hell would I draw raging? And then, like, I just, when I search for ponies to draw in the background, I usually just kind of go, like, I just search the tags, background pony, comma, save, comma, screen cap. And then I saw trout pony. It's like, oh my God, I should totally draw a Trout Pony just flipping his shit. And the people I was in call with at the time agreed, so I willed it into existence. I did not ink that one though. I probably should have. I might digitize it later on. Don't know.
Dude, digitize it.
I would definitely say digitize it. It would be awesome to see that.
I don't ink any of my stuff. I just use pencils and that's it.
I
really like inking, but at the same time, I recognize too that like it looks okay, but it's not as good as doing it full on digitally. It's like it looks a lot cleaner when I do it digital.
Ha! Anger video game pony fish.
Yeah, see, I like the kind of gritty look that you give,
All right.
It's all
and I just leave it that way because I'm lazy.
It's all style at this point.
So for mine, day 3, I did Commander something very angry that somebody ate his pudding.
Understandable.
This is Commander something.
Now-
Yes, fire breath. We do not make the dragon angry.
Now this one was a challenge in itself because I've done Commander something before, but I never did it with this much detail or work put into it. So yeah, this one took quite a bit of time, especially with the claw hand, and the neck even kind of went a little bit longer than it should have, so it should have shown some body, but I didn't have time to draw it, so I ended up doing a little bit of a kind of a fading brush out thing there, so it just kind of looks like it's fading into the background a bit.
And that's fine. This is a headshot. You don't need to have the body in it.
Well, yeah, but I didn't want it to just extend longer than it should have or cut off unexpectedly. So that was just my way of transitioning it nicely.
I really like the idea that like Commander something just has a supply of like New York, like Brooklyn water tank size vats of pudding just at his disposal, and that somebody also stole it. Somebody managed to steal an entire Brooklyn water tower of pudding. Just yes.
You're just gone. It's like, who ate my pudding? How? How did you eat that?
Given what we've seen Pinkie Pie do and some of the other some of the ponies eat, I'm not surprised.
Well, that's Pinkie Pie. She's an exception to the rule. She's the exception that proves the rule.
Yep.
And that was my little work here. And Tolakoi did Angry Circuit. Granted, he's pretty much spot on. I'm always angry at Toa for something. My only problem with this is it kind of looks like I got a sunset in my eyes.
In fairness, I was trying for flame, and I probably should have done a very light yellow that's the white in the eyes.
Actually, I think the big problem is just that the you're trying to do a flame, but it looks like everything is like evened out instead of just like spiking up like flames actually would.
I think it's worth the effort.
No, I appreciate the effort. I do. I do. It just looks like I got so mad that my brain checked out into my happy place that's apparently with a sunset and maybe a beach.
You're gone to Bacon Land.
I've gone to Bacon Land. I just got so mad I snapped to Bacon Land. And he's just seeing me there with just sunsets in my eyes.
Oh my gosh, you've got sunset eyes.
He's got sunset eyes. You've pissed him off so badly he's gone to another plane in his mind.
You've gone plaid.
I like it.
Actually, I do. We might end up keeping that then. Let's keep that. He got so mad that he went to the sunset of his mind.
And second, if you need that I could get the headshot by itself, and Cole could probably draw it better if he wants to.
How dare you presume I can do better? I can't.
I don't think anybody could do better than that, man. I think that's all your own there. That's something uniquely you. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. It just is.
No, I know. Second, I've had to deal with being unique all my life.
Anyway, moving on. Day 4. We didn't get anything from Coldust on day 4, but he did draw a creature because we all felt like...
I did do something for day 4.
What was day 4 again? Oh no, never mind. Sorry, I misread the timeline. You did. I apologize.
Yeah, the thing is, I because I've been nocturnal this entire tail end of the week, all of my posts are like some point after whenever Toa posts the next day's prompt. So I'm traveling about a day behind mostly. But yes, I did draw a creature because creature deserves more love.
Creature does. So that's why me and Cole both drew him. He needed some love, so I went for him first, and Cole just went right afterwards.
I did give him Minecraft.
Granted, Cole Dust did a better job of it, but mine has the silly
he did.
face.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, okay, Circuit, that face was pure gold. Let's be real here.
All right, fair enough. We both did a good job.
There you go.
All right. And here's Cold Dust's actual day 4. Pony sleeping or pony passed out. At least I think that's
I
stuff.
believe that was growing up is hard to do, right, Cole?
Passed out or chasing their dreams. Yeah, pony passed out or chasing their dreams. And yeah, admittedly, an Ursa Minor that large, I would love to have a plushie of too. That just looks comfortable as hell.
Yes. Just like just searching through the tags of Background Pony, I came across that gif of Jade Spade winning that freaking giant Ursa Minor plush. And I'm like, dude, yes, I've got an idea.
Just for safety reasons, I say Ursa rather than Major Minor.
I mean, I'm going to say Minor because it's like cuter. So, like, you know, the Ursa Major was like freaking huge and demonic and whatever. Although one thing to note is that the tag for it is actually Ursa plush. That is a tag.
I'll go with Ursa
That's
plush.
adorable.
Yeah. All right, and for mine, unfortunately, I broke the general rule. I kind of ran out. I was kind of running short on ideas and time, so I drew Circuit myself, sleeping on a blanket under a tree. Granted, I still try to push myself, giving Circuit a massively different perspective than I am used to drawing in any regard, and also I tried to make the tree a little bit more artsy than usual.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks nice, and I kind of started getting an idea of how I wanted to do Circuit's hair, which would be easier for both me and anybody else that started to draw him. Still spiky as hell, but now the stripe is a little bit more manageable.
Well, as you see with mine, it's a lot of, I just have like 3 spikes and then a spike to a swoop and then as many spikes to get to the other ear.
And then you drug me.
Hey, if I can make a suggestion for future, since I presume you're working with a bunch of layers and whatnot, if you make like behind the tree, just complete solid the blue of the sky that you're going with, and then layer the tree over that because I saw you used a feathered brush. Then all that would show up in the background would be sky, which is natural, so that way you don't have the white canvas background bleeding through.
It's definitely a thought. I probably should give it a go. This was like I'm trying to work with backgrounds. I'm trying to learn how the different tools work and stuff. But yeah, that would definitely probably would look a lot better than this.
I gotta say though, you're doing good. You're doing good, and you're experimenting, and that's exactly what you should be doing. You're doing great.
Also, I just did the green couch since you got a new one.
Ironically, it is a green couch. So yeah. Granted, you got me drunk on butterbeer, which is kind of questionable at best.
Yeah.
How'd you manage that?
That's what I'm wondering.
Here's the thing. I just have the butterbeer bottle in place of alcohol without having to say it's alcohol.
Just say alcohol. You can even just put on the bottle alcohol, nondescript.
It's like, if you draw that character being drunk or something, you better put whiskey in front of him.
I don't know what butterbeer is because I don't.
It's a Harry Potter thing.
It's a Harry Potter thing.
Oh, okay. Because like all I'm imagining is just literally just melted butter.
No, think of like root beer, but it tastes like butterscotch more than root beer.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, in Toe's mind, I'm apparently a lightweight. I can actually drink a whole bottle of rum and I'll feel it, but it won't do much to me. Being
What a
sick,
lightweight, man.
being
On my
sick
level.
actually messes with me more than being drunk. Go figure.
Well, in fairness, this is a show that you can't really have alcohol unless we count cider, but hey, that's culture.
Anyway,
I
Go
get
to a half
weird
bottle of
dreams
whiskey.
whenever
You're
I
on my
get
level.
drunk.
all right. Anyway, just to keep things flowing, here we got Cold Dust with day 5. Have a draw pony eating favorite food, or your favorite food, or there was another one, or a pony with a family moment. In this case, it looks like Cold Dust did Rainbow Dash and a banana. Am I correct in that?
Yes, indeed. Rainbow Dash very aggressively eating a banana.
I thought it was eating it because she kind of had no choice. Like she was in caught in some sort of dare and was just kind of doing it just to get it done.
Devour the banana.
Rotate the banana.
Yeah, I don't know what the story behind it would be. I just really felt like drawing Rainbow Dash aggressively eating a banana. It just felt right. Just felt like
You know what? I'll go with that. Remember this eating a banana, and there's no reason why.
Yep, basically.
All right, and with it, and mine, this is actually something I'm proud of because I put a lot of effort into the most insignificant thing, the Pringles icon.
Logo. But
Beautiful.
Logo. Now, this one's a little bit more hilarious in another way. I wanted to do a surprise drawing for Cold Dust. I wanted to get it done while he was away from Discord, so I quickly reached out to his group real fast, just like, okay, I'm trying to do Cold Dust. I need some reference pictures, and I need to know his favorite food. They said Pringles. I go, really? Okay. And then I remembered the Rick and Morty Pringles commercial thing going on.
Oh shit, that's right. That's going on. I forgot about that.
So I just thought I'd make the joke of Cold Dust being so into Pringles that he just kind of goes on a Pringles binge. Just having everybody taste Pringle combinations and everybody's running for their lives because of it. It's also why he's got the Pringle eye thing going on there. Granted, I found out later, it's not that Cold Dust likes Pringles, it's that he started talking about it en masse because he just kind of went off on a random discussion tangent.
Well, basically the way it went was I don't usually get Pringles, not usually. But like one day I was just kind of like I was just really tired, dead tired. Like this was I've already stayed up for about 24 hours at this point. I had the day off, so and anyways, so that's a dangerous thing because my brain will just kind of start to look into things. In which case, I was just like, the thought of stuff that used to be stowed in kegs eventually led to Pringles, and I was like, thinking about it, Pringles is one of those snack foods that's just like way too overly engineered. It's the most overly engineered snack food I can think of. And I mean overly. Like, okay. Can you think of anything else that is just so like, okay, they are a very specific shape. They are perfectly interlocking, and they're stowed in a tube specifically so that way most of them don't break. Most of them make it to where they need to be. They are designed to be not greasy, and like it's so strange. Basically, apparently, it all started like all fairy tales do back in 1956 when some scientist guy was like, all right, let's take all the complaints about chips and then engineer them out. And it was like, okay, how do we make them consistently sized, not broken, and not greasy, and also solve the air in the bag issue? And so Pringles were made. But there was one problem with his design, and that was that he couldn't make them taste good. And so some other person, like 2 years later, I think, brought his project back and then made them taste good, presumably adding salt, I guess. I don't know. And then Pringles be made. Yeah.
The only counter I have to that is, those salsa dipping chips?
Those don't count.
And those are usually made out of
interlocking.
corn. Those are usually made out of corn chips. These are potato-like chips. You actually look at the ingredients of Pringles, it gets messy.
It's a potato flake dough.
Yeah. It's kind of like
They mashed it.
potato Play-Doh, really. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very weird and interesting method. I will say those are definitely those are definitely engineered, but I wouldn't call those overly engineered because it's like that makes sense, to have them that specific shape so that way you can get more salsa into them. But a Pringle doesn't necessarily need to have that shape. This is just pure over engineered madness, and I want to say I appreciate the fuck out of it, and that's why I have way too many Pringles now. I just went to the store and had at it, and I just bought a bunch of Pringles.
And
As you do.
ironically, I think that actually made the my art entry here actually work perfectly, unintentionally.
It did to a T. You're doing great.
All right. So anyway, that is the entry I had, and Coldust had not Coldust. We already did Coldust. We had Toakoi. Toakoi had the family moment instead. Yeah, I don't know what's going. We just have different family members or characters with quote unquote families.
It's the Brony Show family, and
Wait, are you insinuating being blanked made a ticker?
No, but technically you are genetic parents.
hey, Circuit, if you want, I can draw that happening.
No.
I mean,
No.
I already drew Blanked giving a lovely massage to D-pad long ago.
Okay, so the next entry we have from Coldust is Coldust with two background ponies cuddling in a blanket, all cutesy like. Everybody look at this.
Yes, look at it.
But yeah, this was for the day 6 challenge of draw a pony crushing on another pony or with a secret admirer. This is obviously the crushing.
I'm not
A
gonna
little bit more
lie.
than crushing, I think, but yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun making that one.
Crimson has two griffins. I based that off of his.
Bagley, no prices. No, you are not talking to anybody about that. Moving on.
I based it off of his two characters that he's done. One of which has not appeared yet outside of me drawing it.
What?
Going back to my image.
Right.
Remember, I did have Crimson with two griffins. One without wings and a familiar-looking mask.
Fair enough. I get you. All right, so yeah, we got these two crushing. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna shotgun this a little bit more. This is taking a little bit longer than I expected, but yeah. And for mine, I drew Blinked mine, cuddling a body pillow of AJ, or at least the best attempt. Blinked does have his favorite is Applejack. And the problem is, I had a sketch of this earlier in the morning. Then I had to start doing the Let's Play, so I didn't have time to continue on with it. Then, during the Let's Play, the power went out. I forgot to save. It didn't dawn on me until after the Let's Play was over. So, what?
First rule when doing art.
Yeah, I know.
Leave the window.
I've had 50 people telling me that. I'm moving on.
Bullshit, Toa, bullshit. That is not first rule to art because you don't have to save a pencil drawing.
Exactly.
But yeah, this one though, I had to redraw the entire sketch from scratch, which I couldn't quite get the same dimensions that I had that I liked. So I ended up with this, and I didn't have a lot of time to work on it either because also I had to get ready for today, which didn't work out too well. Get cooking, laundry, stuff like that done. So I didn't manage to get it done. However, I didn't get anywhere near where I wanted to go with it. So this kind of feels a little scrappy, which I'm really disappointed by. But I did put in a different pose for a character, which is basically kind of a sitting sideways pose, as you can see. Holding a pillow, kind of.
Circuit,
As you, Cole.
Circuit, I gotta say, like, the whole thing considered, I think it looks great. Like, and trust me, I've been there too with the not saving and then having, like, all of your work lost. It's happened to me numerous times. If anybody who had watched the GDV way back in the day, believe me, that happened.
Yeah, I remember those.
Oh, yeah. But so, Yeah, but you pulled through, you managed to save the picture, and honestly, I think it looks pretty cute.
It is cute. The only thing I would do is you probably would have needed a better defining line between the inner and outer leg outside and pull back the other leg to be covered by the pillow. But that's my critique.
I was kind of going off another image that did something similar. I have no idea how they pulled it off, and I couldn't. I really don't know what I did wrong, but
That is honestly one of the more frustrating parts when you look at a reference and you can't figure out how they did it right, and you're like,
yeah, I mean, you're practically tracing it. It's like, why does it not look right? But anyway, Tolokoi, he also did the crush thing. I think the image speaks for itself. You got two kids on a park bench, and I'm apparently looking at a pole in the middle of a bush.
Nope, you're looking at me like, seriously, dude, let him be. He's good.
No, in all honesty, man, I think the big problem is that your head looks longer than it really should be, especially for the way your shoulders would look.
Hey, if they can make R2D2's dome the telescoping, I don't see why my head can't.
I think you're doing fine. Also, with
I
the
know.
horizon line and the bushes, you pull off the perspective a lot better. So, kudos, you improve through the week.
Yeah, I'll give that.
I think you're doing fine.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being critical because I can.
Also,
And-
nice park bench.
Also, Deathlight posted this 5 minutes ago.
it's accurate like most of it last night, and I'm like, I better finish this, I guess.
That is adorable.
But yeah, this also counts for day one pony standing. So Deathlight also has his own personal entry. So give him bonus points for getting back into art. That's the that's the trophy he wins this week. Getting back in. Calda
It's
says,
easier commissioning people to do the art. You know that, right?
"Oh no, it's 100% easier. I am never going to deny that." But yes, that Calda still has yet to turn his in, but he's always been a day behind. And technically, today's is a pony enjoying their favorite holiday, or what was the not holiday, pony favorite season, or pony whooping it up in town. And yeah, I'm not feeling too well, so I admit I phoned mine in, kind of. Circuit covered in a blanket, sitting next to a fire during a nice, cold winter.
And I haven't started yet. I should probably work on that. Yeah.
Yeah, this one I tried to do something a little bit different just to still test myself, even though I'm not feeling too well. I did a little bit of used a marker tool to try to make the fire a little bit more interesting and animated, and also put a little bit of frost on the windows outside. Or something that kind of looks like frost.
That's very nice.
Yep. Which is completely ironic because Tolokoi did his and with Circuit enjoying the seasons, and apparently I don't like winter from what he says.
Oh, I said someone broke the weather factory again because it was a nice day. Then it got a little bit darker. Then it turned into something else. And why is there snow on the ground? It was a nice day.
That just sounds like Idaho.
So apparently I don't like Idaho. Go figure.
Well, I've been working in the middle of summer and just look over and I see a hailstorm coming at us. Like, this is gonna suck. I just feel the temperature just declining the whole time as the storm gets closer.
Dash has a favorite, sourdough with pasta. Actually, does sound good.
Yes, she does.
I see him
Scootaloo
say.
learns that and eats half of it, then leaves the other half in her report.
Oh right, that is right. Oh wow, yeah, I remember that.
Parental guidance.
Oh yeah, right. Because she has to carbo load the shit.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me.
All right, and with this, that is the entries that we got for the training ground. Again, the challenge of the week will continue to be training ground prompts. Any art that you make in regards to the training ground prompts will be posted up, and we will talk about it. Granted, we won't take this long to do it. This was a bit filler. We'll probably take more of the ones that we liked or the ones that you want to submit as the ones you liked. So, you know, we're not spending like 45 minutes going through all of these.
Why not? It's good time filler.
It's good time filler. It's good time filler, but there's so much that we can do except for today. Today's the only time that we had time to spare because we're going to be doing something. Which we
And
are.
as for the Protest Initiative Challenge this week, if you can find a way to incorporate cookies into any and or all of your drawings, feel free, or don't. Do what you want.
Protest Initiative Challenge. Add cookies.
Yeah.
Remember, you must accept cookies to use the Brony Show.
Yes.
Don't worry, DM21. It's not like I dislike New Jersey. I like them better than Detroit. It's not Detroit.
We're not.
Or Detroit.
I
not
like New
Detroit.
Jersey. I've got to say, from a stopped train, I noted that New Jersey has some pretty nice and well-kept train stations. So, kudos, New Jersey. Also, it's the home of the CNJ Railroad, and I love the Jersey Central. It's a good one.